Welcome to another episode of Nebulous Cast. Welcome back to the 1v1 6K tournament. It's going to be OfNaught versus Ezra. It is glad to be back. We are going to be on Silent Citadel. Oh my gosh. My mouse was on the wrong screen. Sorry. Okay, let us take a look. This map is kind of the opposite of Vor here. Like, it has a lot of asteroids, but really kind of spread out here. It's kind of hard to tell the distance on this map, but it looks like it is a greater distance. Let's introduce each player's fleet. Okay. Looks like we have a Splinter Squadron coming up. Let's see if we can find out who that is. See our wonderful antenna here. I cannot. Hopefully, can I tell who orange is? No, I can't. So, for blue team, we'll figure it out in just a second. We have a Splinter here with a blanket jammer, a lock-on, and a antenna. That's right. Then we got a blank Splinter here, probably to help cover here. Continue to take a look. A lot of Splinters here. And yeah, the chap gonna host us 2 Mark 62s, missiles, and a machine gun point defense. Looking at Cap, 2 Mark 61s, missile point defense, and machine gun point defense. Looking at the 2 battleships here, we're going to have 3 Mark 82 railguns. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 Aurora point defense. And then along with some missile, I imagine missile point defense also. Cappy is going to be 2 Mark 61s, machine gun point defense. Oh man, let me guess. No, this one is another lock-on blanket jammer antenna. Okay. Taking a look at the orange team here, we have the Jimmy's on the lanes, has a hang-up jammer, blanket jammer, 2 missile base. Then we have, see, a Mark 64, 2 Mark 62, or 2 Mark 64s, 2 Mark 62s, and a Aurora point defense. Very nice. Then we have a heavy cruiser already firing those Mark 81s. He also has a Mark 610 beam turret along with him. Has 2 L2 torpedo bays along with blanket jammers and a Aurora point defense. That's how we introduce the battleship. He was going to have 3 MK-82s and MK-81. Is that lock-on? Lock-on, 2 Aurora point defense, and some missile point defense. Doing some pretty serious damage to the Cap here. But these 3 Splinters are easily taking the control points now. We're very easily seeing what Blue's strategy is this game. The question is, we'll see how it will pay off. Looks like Blue's railguns has not fired yet, but he is starting to take some piercing fire here. Especially coming from the Raskukov. You cannot see him right now. Now, mind, though, that 300mm AP rounds are hitting at the best angle for Blue Team. Just straight across, not doing deep penetration. We do have his Wayne squadron moving out, firing though that Mark 62 at the Cappy. That is AP, so, and it's a pretty wide sway. But we do have Thunderheads coming out. It does have, no, this one is, it does have machine gun point defense, so it should be able to defend itself. There we go. But it doesn't look like these are turning, and it looks like we're going to have a chaff decoy coming out here. Going to make sure that this Splinter is safe. Let's take a look at the continuing fire right now. Looks like both teams are using this asteroid as cover here. Does look like blue team is getting ready to move his down and open fire. Probably maybe getting some vision from this ship here, which does have a lock-on and its blanket jammer activated right now, facing this way. It looks like he's trying to move down and try and get a shot, but Orange is going to continue moving up this asteroid to protect himself. Orange team is going to start falling behind, though, because he has 0 control points while Blue has 3. He's going to start opening fire down below with both of his heavy weapons. I wouldn't say heavy cruisers, but there's one heavy cruiser and then a battleship. Does look like Orange is going to try and get his wains and try to maybe get to cover here, but he's going to take some pretty serious shots here. Hopefully does not take out the Mark 600 beam cannon we have on this destroyer here, as it's a very valuable resource here. Looks like the engine is going to take some pretty significant damage, but looks like he is going to make it into cover just in time. Let's see. Looks like he's going to fire these thunderheads towards probably the Harry. We do have more railgun fire coming in. Some decent shots. Thunderheads coming in from above and below here. They are trading blows right now with that Mark 82 fire. The 3 Aurora laser point defense are going to kick on and do a stellar job at eliminating this missile threat. From below, at least. And looks like the chaff decoy does protect that splinter. And again, the Aurora point defense easily taking out those thunderheads. But this angle is getting pretty good for this railgun, being able to hit at this diagonal. Going to start causing some serious internal damage here. Let's see what the damage is looking like on the other end here. Interesting formation. That might be able to hit both. But I think Orange Team does right now have a better angle. These Thunderheads are probably about to be taken out by that Aurora point defense again, which is probably good enough to protect him the rest of this game. Orange Team is taking point C right now as this main engagement comes in. A lot of fire coming up onto King here. Did take out that lock-on and a sensor. That's a pretty good knockout, though. That's going to hurt the accuracy of Orange Team here. Oh, wow. Blue Team getting a extremely good angle right now. They're starting to get those diagonal hits, doing that increased internal damage. Oh, don't turn this way. He is giving them the angle right now. I don't know if he's even paying attention to this, but he is... Looks like he's trying to get behind this asteroid, but in the same time is going to be taking more diagonal fire here, but he is going to get out of dodge. I think that this small skirmish here is definitely a victory for the blue team, pushing Orange behind an asteroid. And I don't know what damage is looking like, but it looks like he repaired his damage and he's going to repair his. Good engagement from the blue team. Checking in on Orange Team ships immediately now, taking fire from above now that that battle's over. He needs to be careful here. Let's see. Yeah, he's turned on... The lock-on looks to be facing this way, but not the blanket jammer. Wow, that railgun fire coming in from above, taking out a Mark 64. He needs to like hug this asteroid if he wants to save this. Backing up will not work. It looks like he's trying to get to hug that asteroid. The question is, will this ship live long enough? Oh, looks like he's getting close here. Taking more and more 300mm fire. But that laser is still functioning. The beam, the particle beam, I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix that. That particle beam is probably pretty damaged right now. And if he loses that particle beam, that's a lot of damage that he would have against those, against these heavy class ships. Oh, we do have a volley of Thunderheads coming point blank, firing at Cappy here. Multiple direct hits, and does kill the Cappy. Good, nice steal there. Not steal, nice kill there. Does look like he's going to get that beam cannon to safety finally, hugging this asteroid. If he had any repair teams, I don't know how much he can repair, but he needs to stay there for right now. The prying eyes of blue team is ever watchful. Opening fire on King again, who tried to poke out, looking to get some damage done. Being pretty injured himself. I'm getting more and more concerned for the orange team. It doesn't look like he can get a favorable engagement here. Now the fact that blue has already controlled the airspace, that wall point defense just making incredibly short work here. Impressive. Looks like King is going to try and tank as Wesmakov is going to try and engage to the side here. But immediately going to be fired upon by the Harry. He's going to use those torpedo bays, the volley of 4, to fire 8 Thunderheads. So he can't fire any more though because he has to reload, but oh gosh, he's taking the full firepower of both the blue team's whale ships. This isn't looking very good. Heavy damage on one of the whale guns. I mean, at least it's an okay angle. He's going straight through. Looks like the wall point defense going to easily do its job. He is multitasking and getting those smaller ships out of there. At least he's doing that. That's pretty good, showing us that he's able to control his whole fleet at the same time. Very good. But I haven't been keeping track of blue team. Let's take a look if I can see around. Looks like his ships are kind of all over holding the control points. No need to micromanage those really unless we're being hit. You just want them to keep those control points. Man, he's trying to get over to this other asteroid. But he's just taking an absolute pounding on the way there. Gosh. Wow, he's already lost one Mark 81. And his internals are a mess right now. Looking at all the black smoke, a lot of damage. And follow him here. He did lose. He lost one of his torpedo bays. Lost the other Mark 81. He's quickly losing all offensive capabilities. Gosh. Blue is commanding the map right now. And I think what's helping him is having all these splinters is definitely giving him very easy intel. Because he has different angles, so he can get better tracking on these ships. I don't know what his plan is. I mean, he's losing on points, and really, as of right now, he's losing on ships too. The small ships being targeted again by those whale guns. 2 chaff decoys to combat those thunderheads. I think those thunderheads are going to go to those chaff decoys, and that swimmer is going to be safe. His small ships here are going to get torn apart. I don't think he had any repairs on that. But we'll see. Wow. Yeah, good job on the blue team. It might have been to his advantage to have this open space here. He kind of became a fight or die, so he held his ground and now completely controls the airspace. This goes to show you, even whale gun versus whale gun, it's all about the map presence. And right now, blue team has full map presence. I mean, they control the map right now. Wow. Very impressive work. Oh, they're going to begin opening fire again. Missing a couple of those shots. But with so much railgun, let's get some. Let me give you guys some information about the railgun. So if we're looking at the railgun damage right now, it does 175 component damage. That's just base, not including armor reduction. It has a 24-kilometer range and it pierces 100 centimeters. And the armor shredding range is only 1 meter. Very small armor shredding, high damage. Wow, we're just sitting here just watching him get absolutely destroyed right now. If we take a look at the MK82 and 81 railgun, the 81 has 300 HP, the 82 has 400. So, pretty good HP there. The Scotch Fleet has been destroyed. Those multiple shots hitting his power reactor, going critical. An extremely heavy loss for Orange Team. Losing that Mark 6 to beam turret was his best damage option. Again, those railguns are going to continue firing right now. I may be wrong. Oh, yeah, maybe wrong, but I'm pretty sure at this point it is a assured blue team victory. Orange is just outgunned right now. He tried really hard with that first engagement, but he did not get the damage he needed. Or when he retreated, he gave up the only ground he had, and he has not been able to take it back. Probably, I think the best play he probably would have been able to done is, instead of retreating from C here, is go up and maybe try to engage one of the railguns from below, forcing one of them to turn their attention, and that might have been able to give him enough time to fire back. He's firing at the splinter here, but there are bigger fish to fry. He's going to absolutely continue to just shell Orange Team. It's pretty nasty angle there. I don't know what angle you'd say. That's like a 20-degree angle just cutting through his ship. You want that perpendicular line, but you're starting to get more and more parallel. Man, I mean, this is a constant. I mean, it is just raining blue fire. Looks like he did some pretty serious damage to the Mark 82 there. It's smoking now. He did destroy one Mark 82. The moment this ship dies, and there dies Orange Team. Blue has all control points. This looks like this is going to be a smashing Blue Team victory. Drow. Look at this barrage. Who knew? The counter to railgun is more railguns. I mean, even being a battleship with 40 damage resistance, you're still looking at you're looking at about probably 90 component damage a hit, and that's piercing. 2 more Mark 82s go down, and if you're looking at 90 damage, you only have what, 300, 400 HP. That's 6 hits, and with how constant this fire rate is, I mean, it's going to easily take out any ship. And now his small ships are under fire again. Blue Team has been very good at switching targets, knowing which targets are most critical at what time to shoot at. I honestly wouldn't be shocked to see a GG out of Orange Team any second now, as his last source of heavy firepower is going to lose. I mean, without these, the only way he can even hurt these battleships is with the Mark 64s on that destroyer and that beam cannon. But I don't think he'll ever have a chance to get that close anymore. It's like the engine has stopped. We've seen all the armor shredding on this. He can't even fire his railgun anymore. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty quick game. It really just snowballed, especially after he had to pretty much lose his fight for the middle there. I'm going back to it, but I'm just saying that's the turning point of this game. If he would have held his ground there, this would be a different game right now. Look at all our smokehouse coming through. Multiple lasers, multiple railguns hitting that beam cannon there. If we're talking about the MK610 beam turret, it has 400 HP, so it is going to be able to take about 5 or 6 hits. But this ship is going to fall very quickly here. We do have some 120mm HE rounds coming in. It looks like he took out the engine. Looks like his engine may have died just now. Oh, he turned it off and is processing the defeat. And there it is, GG. Ezra does lose. Confirm. OfNaught does pull in the victory. Let's see. He lost one ship, but his two battleships doing over 23,000, almost both doing 24,000 damage. Very impressive. Only able to do 500 damage with his destroyer, only 1,000 with the battleship, only 2,679 with the other battleship. Yeah, he got pushed out of the mid, and anytime he poked his head out, he was just hit with a absolute barrage of firepower. A good game of OfNaught. Will be interested to see what he does, and when we see Ezra again, we'll see if he will be able to change his strategy for what he's doing. I'd like to thank you guys for watching another episode of the 1v1 6K tournament. There should be another one coming out tonight. I hope to see you guys.